Hi, everybody, and welcome to Talk to Rose. On this show, we talk about everything going on in the world, good, bad, raggedy, and wonderful. So here we are talking about some raggedy stuff. And I have not been covering this case probably like the past week because it really had been boring, and I just couldn't it wasn't exciting to me at all. But I was like, okay, I'll go on there today because the prosecution and the defense have rested their cases. So I'm like, let me at least get on here today to tell y'all what's going on. So I'll do a recap from last week, I guess. Last week, all they were really doing, and I'm not playing you guys, all they were doing was going over text messages that we already heard. um the prosecution was trying to show that it was S trafficking and all that stuff. That's all it really was. Friday was the only thing that was different, because it was a short week last week. Monday and Tuesday basically the same thing. Wednesday, one of the jurors couldn't make it to court because they were sick, so they had to cancel court on Wednesday. Thursday was Juneteenth, so they didn't have it. So then Friday they had their last witness, which was the last assistant that Diddy had. So I'll just start from there. So Friday, they had their last witness, and it was the assistant, Brendan Paul. He took the stand. He was hired to work on food and physical conditioning. He was told that it would be very time consuming, that he needed to say bye to his personal life. If he had a girlfriend or anything, he needed to break up with them because this was going to be his life from now on. He said he worked for Diddy from late 2022 until March 2025. Well, that's this year, so it had to be 2024. I'm sorry. So from late 2022 until March 2024, his starting rate was 75,000, and then it capped out at 100,000 that next year. So that was another thing. I seen in this case though that the guys did get paid more than the girls. Period. Point blank. Like the guys got paid more than the girls as being an assistant. He said the longest he went without sleep was 3 days. He said he took a few naps. He was like, but he was young, so he could handle it. He was like 22, 23. He was like, I was young and I was able to handle it. I would take an Adderall and then use a little bit of Coke, and he'll be fine. Like, let me have that, and I'll be fine. Um, he said his job was to make sure that Diddy was happy. He said Diddy did not take no for an answer. He didn't take no for an answer at all. He said he was fired multiple times, like all the others. He said he was fired a couple of times, and they asked him what was he fired for. He said one time it was for forgetting to bring his boss Lululemon fanny pack, and I'm like, ain't that what the kids be using? But he got fired for that. He called KK. KK told him to just lay low for a little bit, and that Diddy will blow over it. About a couple of weeks later, they flew him out to London. And he said, "What did he say when he seen you?" He was like, "What's up?" So I was like, Diddy just would be on one, period, point blank. So he had his job back again. Um, he said he was asked to buy thousands of dollars worth of drugs. And he met up with a lot of different drug dealers. He said that Diddy did ask him a couple of times to do drugs with him, and they asked him, did he do it? He said, yeah, just to show his loyalty. They asked him how did he feel on the drugs, and he said he felt like in a fantasy or anything like that, like a fantasy, but not the full effect, because after that he had to keep working. Hey, twin. He said that so he felt euphoric, but not the full effect, because he was like he had to get back to work. So again, he is young, so it's like he can do all these things and be fine. Um, He said he had to pack for hotel nights, the same exact thing that the other assistants were saying. That's why I said it's been boring. So he was saying he had to pack for hotel nights, the toiletries, lights, candles, incense, condoms, liquor, um, Astroglide, the famous Gucci pouch, um, that contained all the drugs in it. Like everything that everybody else said. He said, when he got arrested, he said he didn't. They asked him why didn't he tell the police whose drugs it was, and he was like, his loyalty to Diddy. It was his loyalty to Diddy. So he said that's why he didn't tell him. So then the defense gets up there to cross-examine him, and they asked him, was he Diddy's drug mule? And he said no. He said he did handle a lot of drugs, but knew the drugs were for Combs' personal use. Paul said they asked him about Jane Doe. They asked him, was Jane Doe forced into spending nights in the hotel rooms, hotel nights? He said no. She was a very willing participant. They asked him if she ever seemed sorry or not willing. And he said, absolutely not. Never. She never seemed like she didn't want to do it. She never seemed sorry after that or anything. Paul says March 2024's arrest on drug possession was a mistake. He was on his way to a family vacation and he was cleaning out one of Diddy's rooms like all the other assistants do. He was cleaning out the room like all the other assistants do, so they wouldn't find anything in there. That was their job, to clean everything up. And he said when he was cleaning up, he found some of the drugs and he put it in his bag. He was going on vacation and he honestly forgot the stuff was in his bag, and that's what happened. He said Diddy didn't even know that he had it because he forgot that he had it because that was part of his job, just to clean up. And after that, he was going on vacation. So he said it was an honest mistake. It was an honest mistake. And he said, they asked him, how does he feel about Diddy now? He said, hey, Tia. He said, it's complicated. Yes, very willing. Very willing. Um, so that was the only person that said it was no. The other person said he didn't, but everybody else been saying like they'll still work for him and everything. Homeland Security Special Agent, he took the stand also. He read text messages from Cassie from 2017, saying that's not love. You're possessing me. You get so effed up that you drag me down the hall by my hair. He texted her that she was ungrateful, and if any other girl was in her position, that they would be happy and nice. And everybody see you acting like a bee now. So that was they text messages back and forth. The defense showed text messages where Cassie texts, I love RF off when we both won it. So that's basically what it has been since last week. These text messages and everything like that. So today, they both rested their case. Prosecution went up there, still trying to say how Diddy was ass trafficking and coercing people to do this, paying for prostitution, so on and so on. The defense got up there. They was only up there for like 15 minutes. They asked Diddy. Diddy actually did talk today. The judge asked him, was he the one that didn't want to get up on the stand because he can get up there and testify? And Diddy told him, no, he didn't want to testify. And it was him. He didn't want to testify. They didn't tell him that he couldn't. He just didn't want to testify. So that was that. Defense went up there today and basically saying the same thing. All the witnesses that they had, they was proving the case. Jane Doe was not made to do anything. She was texting the entertainers even when she wasn't with Diddy to have relations with her. Cassie would do it sometimes too. Nobody was made to do anything. These were willing participants. And like I was saying earlier today, this is the first the thing that I did learn from this case is that If somebody flies you out, which most men fly women out now, that's considered sex trafficking. So if a man flies you out, they're sex trafficking, because 9 times out of 10, all these men want something in return for flying you out. So that means they're flying you out with intent to have relations. So they're sex trafficking. I honestly don't think that Diddy thought that it was sex trafficking, because I didn't think that was sex trafficking. Because like I said, most men with money, even men that don't got money, they fly women out for that intent. I don't think that the prosecution did a good job with a RICO or anything. Like, P. Diddy didn't get paid off of these girls having relations with these other men. Like, I just feel like they didn't do a good job on this case. If that's the case, every man in this world needs to be up there for S trafficking and all that. I just don't feel like they did a good case on this. Like, I honestly feel like Diddy is going to, he might be guilty on some counts, but I feel like he is going to win this case. I do not think that he's going to go to jail. Like, if it was a domestic violence case, yeah, I still do feel sorry for Cassie, but at least she got her little 30 million. Not no little. She got her 30 million. So she could go on and live good forever. But everybody else, like, no. And even Cassie, she was doing that stuff willingly too. But for her getting beat up and stuff, I would say, okay, at least you have got paid off. But everybody else, no. Jane Doe, no, you were no victim. These people, and then everybody got immunity. It's paying for prostitution and crime. And so Figueroa has a pretty big population. Exactly. We don't even gotta go that far. We could go from where we from on hold. On hold. Like, I can sit out there in front of Day-Days and watch all the hoes go up and down the street with G-strings and stripper heels on. Police passing right by ain't saying nothing. That's when I was like, is it legal now? That was last month when I seen that. I was wondering, was it legal? Because I'm like, they're literally walking up and down the street with G-strings on. And the police is passing by and nobody is doing anything. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like they was just airing him out. Like, this case was about him being nasty. Period, point blank. Diddy, you are a nasty man. Some of the stuff you were doing was very nasty. I think we thought we was going to hear more out of it. Oh my gosh. I've been trafficked. All of us been trafficked. Like, oh, for real. Like, all of us has been trafficked. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they did a good job. Now, it's so many people that just want to see Diddy go to jail because he's an evil person, which I still believe that Diddy is on top of evil on evil on evil. But like I said from the beginning, I don't think he should be in jail for this. Him going to jail for this is just him being a nasty a nasty man with a high sex drive, a rock and roll show. Like, if that's the case, Hugh Hefner should have been in jail and all this. They should have. It's so many people that do this. It's just a lot of men can't do this now because they don't have the money that Diddy have. But let you have a little bit of money. These drug dealers and all that, they flying, these rappers, they flying. So everybody is sex trafficking now. So I honestly feel like he's going to, let me know if y'all think in the comments that, do y'all think that he is guilty or not guilty? Do y'all think that in September he having a Labor Day party? All white party. I feel like he'll be home having this all white party. I do not think that he is going to jail. If he do, I will really be surprised. And I think if they do find him guilty, I think it's going to be time served. He, like we said before, Diddy piss somebody off and they making like an example out of him. Because what have y'all proven? That he nasty? He was paying these people, them people on the websites, Angels and Cowboys, is still up. I looked at it from the first day. It's still up. The people charging $7.50 an hour. It's still up. So shouldn't they be going to jail too? For having people for hire? I don't know. I really don't know. Everyone was nasty. Yeah, everybody. Everybody. And if that was the case, y'all needed to tell us who the entertainer was that she went to Las Vegas with. Well, we already know who it is now. They was in there having an F off. So I mean, come on now. I don't know if he's evil anymore. Not one thing was brought up about what we've heard because that wasn't part of the case. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that what we think that he should be in jail for, that wasn't part of the case. So of course that's not going to be brought up. But I still feel like Diddy is evil. I still feel like he's an evil man. But I think this will maybe humble him a little bit to where he ain't gonna be able to feel like he's untouchable like he has been. Based on this case, I feel like he's a drug addict, yes, who makes bad business and caught up in horrible rumors. Yeah, I think so too. But I think he will learn his lesson. Of course, he gonna have his girlfriends, and I don't even think that he's gonna stop doing this stuff because it's not against the law for you to do drugs either. It's not against the law for you to do drugs. If you're gonna be an addict, you just gonna be an addict. If you're gonna drink and do all this, it just wasn't the case that I thought it was going to be. Like I said, if it was a DV case, yes. But this case, no. Like I honestly think that Diddy is gonna go free. We just have to see what the jury thinks. And I think that the judge that they have, I think he's a fair judge also. I don't think that he'll do anything just because. I think he's gonna do everything the right way. We just have to see how it goes. So tomorrow they'll start. They're not going to start deliberating. They have to go through all the counts and let the jury know what each one is and all that. And but they said by next week, by Friday, that they should have a verdict by Friday. I mean, to me, I feel like they should have it by this Friday. But today is only Tuesday because it's like, come on. The prosecution, yeah, you brought all those people. You gave everybody immunity. How is this a RICO case and only one person is going to jail? Well, that was like with the R. Kelly case too. He the only one that went to jail. So, and like I said before too, I feel like in these cases like this too, with like the Jane Does and Cassies and all that, with all these cases now, look how many more SA cases have came out since this. I feel like they should have to go to criminal court first. And if they are found guilty, then y'all can go to civil. But for y'all to go straight to civil case, no, I don't think that you should be able to do this because it's ridiculous. Now this one, it wasn't nobody that's Cassie. She did it days before. She did it days before. I don't know. We just have to see how this really goes. I just wanted to get on here because I had not been on here since last week because it was so boring to me. I would be like, this is boring. Y'all going over the same thing over and over again. We already know the text messages. We know that Jane Doe was a hoe. Mia, all y'all was saying that y'all was getting an SA, but y'all still want to work for him. Or y'all will go back to work for him right now. If somebody was so horrible of a person and that was your boss, why would you want to go back to work for them? It makes no sense. If somebody SA me, I sure wouldn't want to go back to work for them. That don't even make no sense. Based on this case, I feel like oh yeah, I read that one already. Okay, sorry you guys. Since they're not telling, isn't that like, yeah, harboring, yes. That's what I'm saying. They didn't give us what we needed to be given. I don't care if I wasn't on the jury or nothing. They didn't give what we needed to be given. So now we got to wait and see what's going to happen. So probably I'll give updates at the end of the week because I don't think nothing else is going to go on because nobody will be there tomorrow for us to know anything. I don't think that we will probably have no more updates until the end of the week. So I think Diddy will be having his white party. I think he'll be having his white party. And I think that Jane Doe is going to be right there. My thing is that how did KK not have to take the stand? That is my number one question. How did KK, out of all the people, How did KK not have to take the stand at all? To me, that would have been the number one person they should have had to bring up there. Like, how did she ease out of this? Out of every single person that went up there, KK name was in it with them. How was she able to get off? It makes me want to go look into her. I know she did say her life was ruined after this, but still, how did she, like, KK, you was right here with him. Neck and neck. Oh, let me see. Diddy better go to therapy, join church, and lay low. Leave Kale. But how did she not make it on? How did she not? Like, she needs to be the main person. I'm telling y'all. How did KK make it out? I think so too. He gonna be out. I'm telling y'all. I really think he gonna be out. If they find him guilty, it's gonna be time served. I really don't. And Jane Doe, Gina, all the rest of them gonna be there. How did every real celebrity not even get called, but they're all over you? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. They pick and choose really who they wanted to do. And then they were saying the statute of limitation, all that stuff. They had to show that he had this enterprise. The statute of limitation had already passed. All this stuff happened before 2019, 17, like 2017. The only thing that showed like was present was with Jane Doe. But like we said before, she was a willing worker that was getting paid. And also, she just got mad because she was a jealous side piece girlfriend. She was okay. Just think about it, you guys. She was okay with everything that she was getting until she seen that the other women, Young Miami and Gina and all them, was getting more than her. Oh, when she seen they was going on yachts and they was getting Chanel purses and all that, then she got mad. But it's the same thing with Cassie. Cassie was okay, but she said she was jealous of, rest in peace, Kim Porter. So it was like all the girlfriends was with it. It was just that when they would be jealous of the other girlfriend. It's a lot of women out here that put up with stuff like this for men that don't even get half as much as what these women got. He's still paying Jane Doe's rent and her attorney fees. Like, come on now. If the jury, I wish I could have been on the jury. Right here, this was the first federal shit show. It really was. Like, it didn't live up to the hype. Jane Doe was a pretty woman without the ending. Exactly. And now you doing back what you was doing. You sent up to $50,000 on OnlyFans. You could have been. He didn't make none of them stay or nothing. That's what I'm saying. The only person it seemed like that really could not leave was Cassie. Everybody else you could leave. And all y'all wanted to come back. All y'all wanted to come back. What money did he make off of y'all? All y'all was doing drugs together. All y'all like Jane Doe said, it was like a party for her. A love party. Like, girl, get the hell out of here. So y'all will see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated this week if anything else happens. But I think that he's going to be not found guilty. I honestly do not think he will be found guilty at all, you guys. I really don't. Cassie didn't want to leave either. Well, it was like, sometimes when she would leave and go mess with somebody else, she would still come back. Like, that's why I said with Cassie, hers is like, I be on the fence about Cassie, but I do feel like she got her payout. So it's like, I don't know. But thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll let you guys know if anything else happens this week. But the past week, it has really been boring in court. Even the people there have been saying they've been falling asleep and everything. It haven't been all good like that. So we'll see what happened if Diddy gonna be back there. We'll see. Hold on, it says true. It was yo-yo for her. That's true. Yeah, it really was. Like, I I don't know. We'll see, you guys. We'll see if he gonna be out, and let's see who gonna be around him. That's another thing. I wonder if all the people, all his friends, because we didn't see none of his close friends there at all. We didn't see French Montana, Rick Ross, none of them, Jay-Z, nobody. We didn't see none of his close friends. So I wonder if I was him, I wouldn't even want to kick it with none of them no more. Like, y'all didn't come, but I know that would be probably bad for them. But still, I don't know. We'll see. We will see, and I will keep you guys updated. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later on this week. Bye.